Hey, welcome back. Today I wanted to do a little bit of an updated planner setup, catch-up type video, show you what I've been using because I've been a little bit MIA. I think my last video was a bullet journal setup in June and it's now the end of August. So let me show you what I've been using in between. So the first planner I've been using is my Hobonichi Weeks Mega. I don't think any surprise there. This is the planner that has kind of just held my life together beautifully between its pages. I have been traveling for work again. Work really picked up. I had personal travel. I had a month of unexpected travel. And then I got a new role at work. So it's just been kind of wild. And the moment I got overwhelmed, this was the first thing that I reached for because I've got established systems with it. I know where the information goes. All my habit trackers are set up. I've got collections and reference information starting from December of 2020. I know where all the information should be put for future events, appointments within the weeklies, where I'm pulling to populate my to-do list. And on top of that, it has a really small footprint. It's very portable. It's really easy for me to travel with. It is travel for work friendly for me too, because I don't always have a desk. I'll talk about that a little bit more when I talk about my bullet journal. But yeah, it's been the planners who rule them all and kind of just getting me through all of it. This is the closest I've ever been to planner piece. And I think I've been calling this my planner piece since February, trying to kind of see if I'll hop. And yeah, I don't think I go more than 2 days without grabbing this. So Hobonichi Weeks Mega still out here in the system. It has become what I'm referencing my archive for this year. It just basically means that if I'm in a bullet journal or whatever, at the end of the day, I try to make sure all the useful information and memories end up in here because this is what I'm going to put on my shelf and reference at the end of 2021. Likely we'll pick one up for 2022 as well, just because it's kind of a no-brainer for me and I don't quite have the urge to leave a bound book. It's really hard to find something that would get me to do this. Like basically you'd have to give me a Hobonichi Weeks with more pages that are white and with a smaller grid. And I think that that'd be the only thing I think that could tempt me away at this point. But we'll see. Even when Hobonichi releases, sometimes they have new products that kind of snag my attention. But I've been keeping this in my VDS Vanderspec custom. This is a Janet Leather Black Hobonichi Weeks Codex. I've had this since January of 2021 and using it off and on with a couple other covers. I can leave the specs in the description down below if you're curious. But yeah, main planner, archive, been reaching for this a ton. I have also added another Hobonichi product to my lineup. I picked up a standard size, look at how thin that is, Hobonichi Weeks in June. This is an April start. Hobonichis are pretty hard to find like after the start date, so I found this on Amazon and it was like the last one. This is the ribbon cover, I believe. I wasn't too picky about it. Yeah, so my number one tip when it comes to Hobonichis is buy them before the start date. They will release for 2022 September 1 in Japan. They'll probably hit like third-party start sometime in October. And anytime between October and January 31, like they're really easy to find and frequently restocked. Anytime after that, it's like a dry spell until the April starts. And then after May, you're SOL until October. So, yeah, if you think you want one, pick it up and then you can always resell it. I guess that's my advice. But yeah, so I picked this up with the intent to use it for work, mostly because work got so crazy. I realized I needed some more work-life separation and a separate planner helps me achieve that. I use it in a very similar way that I do with my Weeks Mega for my personal life. The weeks are actually the least utilized spreads that I have. I, in the back, have been drawing in these vertical weekly week on 2 page lists, just like I was doing in the weekly supplement notebooks. If you're curious how I've been planning for work, I will link it up in the cards for you. But just decided that I actually wanted to see how I felt about having all of the weekly spreads in one book versus 3 supplement notebooks across a year, and if I would get any use out of these. I feel like I'm heavily underutilizing this portion, but I think with the upcoming changes to my job, I'm gonna need it. So I'm likely gonna do this for next year. I'm going to go ahead and upsize to a week's mega because I do want to get all 52 vertical weeks back in here, and I will need a mega to do that. So we'll see. All 2022 planner decisions pending. Next planner is my bullet journal. Surprise. I started a new one. This is a bullet journal edition 2 collab with Like Turn 1917. These I think released towards the end of last year. I really wanted to get my hands on one and I couldn't. And they restocked them in May on Like Term 1917 USA. I had a discount code with them. I don't know if it's still active. If it is, I'll put it in the description box. If it is not, I will leave a note. But yeah, this notebook is an A5 size, and the like chef's kiss on this one, it has 120 GSM cream dot pages, and I love the 120 GSM. I don't want to get too much into the specs because I'm going to do a full-on flip of this planner probably next, and I'll do a little bit of a review. The planner has been out for a while, so I think there's definitely a lot more information out there if you're looking for it, but I am a huge fan of the 120 GSM. I'm a huge fan of what they call the smart grid system. There's like some cheater dots that help you split the page very quickly into like half, thirds, quarters, ninths, etc. This is the first bullet journal I've set up where I haven't needed a calculator. And that is saying something for me. There's a lot of like pre-printed headers on the front of the planner, but overall it's pretty much just 205 cream dot grid pages, again 120 GSM, which has been sort of like that Goldilocks thickness for me. I really liked my B5 notebook therapy, but B5 and traveling for work just did not work out. The B5 itself, when the notebook's closed, is pretty easy to travel with, but opening the notebook requires space, and when I travel for work, I do not have space. I'm not guaranteed a desk. I'm usually on the corner of someone else's desk. It's a lot, but A5 is a lot more comfortable. There's something about a hardcover black Like Turn notebook and A5 that makes it feel like I'm coming to my bullet journal home. Overall, I've been really liking this one, and I will do an updated flip through of this setup and more bullet journal videos to come. The last thing I've been playing with is an A5 Stalogy. This is my second A5 Stalogy. I didn't fill up the first one, I'll be blatantly honest with that one, but this I picked up 100% influenced by Miss Randy.plans, and yeah, I joined the bandwagon. I have been using this as a brain dump / journal, and basically just place for me to scratch things out, do a little bit of vision journaling. I've not been very good at journaling in general, and I'm just getting ideas and thoughts out of my head and onto paper, and it has been surprisingly helpful. You can find a lot of mental clarity just doing a little bit of scratch paper. Thought about setting this up as a bullet journal at one point because I was enjoying it so much. Did some mock spreads. Otherwise, I've just been kind of Dear Diary, a few things here and there, and starting to kind of brainstorm what I want to do for next year's planning system and a bunch of different other things. And yeah, this paper for the Stalogy, I know a lot of people like it. I've never used fountain pen on it until this one. I've been primarily using Diamine Ancient Copper. Performs really well on this paper. Really like how it looks, and yeah, Stalogy paper plus fountain pen, guys, lots of fun. I didn't do that before. Enjoying that process now. Kind of enjoying having just like a messier journaling process as well, but I think next year I'll probably try and get back into a dated planner for daily journaling because I like having the consistency, but sometimes doing the freeform can be fun as well. So yeah, these are the things that I've been using regularly and kind of ended up taking with me while I was on the road. I'm hoping to get back into the swing of things, but you know, we'll see how that goes. But anyway, if you guys have any questions, let me know down below. I'm hoping you'll stick around and look forward to a flip through of my bullet journal and then an updated flip of my Hobonichi weeks as well. I want to do some more videos kind of talking through how I'm going to outline my 2022 system and then the full-on migration process across the board. I want to do it a little bit earlier this year for you guys so you can see it. So more videos definitely coming. If you've made it this long, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.